The Realme X3 Super Zoom looking like a really decent smartphone from Realme. Now we know the official launch date, 26th of May. This is for a European launch. Not often they do a European launch first, but Realme definitely want to push into that market a bit more. This is not going to be an expensive phone. It's tipped to come with last year's Snapdragon 855 Plus processor, which actually I think is a really good move. Keeps the price down, still a flagship SoC, still going to get all the amazing benefits of that. You're going to play games on the highest settings, really powerful. So there's a 64 megapixel sensor on there, an 8 megapixel and a 2 megapixel. So the 64 megapixel will be the main image sensor, but you get this zoom camera, and we know now from Realme officially that this is a periscope. This is honestly brilliant news because this is going to be hopefully a more affordable phone. Definitely not the out and out flagships that we get. More affordable, but you get a really good periscope zoom camera in there, all the way up to 60 times zoom. If you remember, about this time last year, actually, Oppo came out with the first periscope zoom camera they've ever used, the Oppo Reno 10X. That had a 5 times periscope and it went to 60 times zoom. I'm assuming it's the same thing a year later in a Realme device and hopefully a lot cheaper than that phone. So Realme are painting this out as not just good with the zoom, but we've seen some night photography or some astro photography here, which also looks really, really amazing to be honest, but it is marketing photos, so we just have to take them for what they are, and obviously when the real phone comes, see just how good it is. This is also a series of phones, so the Realme X3 series, so definitely the Super Zoom is going to be the star of the show, but there's probably going to be some others in there as well without this periscope camera, just some normal camera setups, and obviously even cheaper prices still. Also in the news is the Redmi 10X, the latest phone from Redmi, 5G smartphone with this new chipset, the MediaTek 820, loads more official information from Redmi shared online by them. Now we know 100% sure that this phone is using an OLED screen. That's really important in Redmi's context because Redmi usually have saved the AMOLED displays for their really top end phones, like the K30 Pro has them. The normal K30 has an LCD, so definitely a good thing. A lot more people are looking at OLED displays in these cheaper phones. This is going to be, I guess, a mid-range or budget mid-range device, but there's so many good aspects to it. Now we know an AMOLED display. It's got 5G connectivity. We even found out today that it actually has a dual SIM capacity in there and can support 2 5G SIM cards. We also get some really detailed pictures and images, and the bezels are looking really small on this. This is definitely the top bezel though. We don't know how big the bottom bezel is. We'll have to wait till we see the phones for real, and we know the launch date. It's the 26th of May, 2 p.m. Hong Kong time. We'll see the official launch of the 10X series of phones from Redmi. And also in the news, more info on this Vivo X50 series, the X50 and X50 Pro. Something really unique in these phones is this gimbal camera that they're going to be using. We don't really know too much about the gimbal camera right now, but we got this really awesome video shared by Vivo today that shows us really how it works. It will be using a Samsung image sensor under their 50 megapixels, a brand new sensor only just released by Samsung. The X50 Pro will be the first phone in the world to use this image sensor. It looks really good, 1/1.3 inches, very big pixels. And then you get this gimbal camera. So usually with optical image stabilization, you get some magnets in there that move the lens and make it float a little bit, and you get that optical image stabilization. As you can see, Vivo's is a bit different. It actually can stabilize the lens in 3D, not just in 2D, moving it up, down, left and right, but in 3D, having pitch and yaw. So apparently, according to Vivo, better stabilization. They are saying it is definitely going to be better, more stable. Oh, is it a gimmick? We don't really know. Again, we have to wait for the real thing to see just how good it works. Also in the news, a really exciting development. A lot of you guys I know will be looking forward to this, the ROG Phone 3. I absolutely loved the ROG Phone 2 when it came out. I had it on the channel, reviewed it, amazing phone. Not for everybody, it is a gaming phone, but they got so many things right. Now it looks like we have a Geekbench listing of the ROG Phone 3, so finally coming an update to that phone. Not many more details are known about this phone, but looking at the listing, it looks to be using a Snapdragon 865, which is the latest flagship SoC from Snapdragon. And we are aware that the 865 Plus may not be coming this year. The 865 may be the best flagship processor we get from Snapdragon, and so we would expect the ROG Phone 3 to be using that one if and when it comes, but this Geekbench listing says it could be pretty soon. Subscribe for all the latest tech news and videos. That's it for now, but I'll see you in the next one.